was a great passion of mine up until I was like 19.
Oh, then you had done that then. Fuck it.
Yeah, I had done that by that time. I was already in school for culinary arts, so I just finished it and then stopped going to school. What about you? Do you have a degree?
Nope.
Why not?
Well, I'd let's say if I had gone to, for example, culinary school, I would have finished in the same amount of years. But what I have is just preparation for university. Some
Norwegians don't have schools. Is that true?
No, it's not true. Of course, it's not true.
Any advanced schools? Any schools like any universities?
Yeah, several.
Okay. Their first raids and pillage Europe. What the fuck? You've been watching too many Vikings, man. That is wow. Have you noticed the obsession America has on Vikings lately?
Lately? What's
Well, like
new?
the past couple of years, it's been just crazy.
Oh no, I didn't know about that.
Fucking yeah. They have so many shows that include the Viking eras. Abraham Lincoln, zombie Viking Slayer, really? No, but there's like this. There's the Viking show. Then there's like then there are other shows that include Viking type stuff, like fuck, I I can't I can't remember the name of it. My shit's leaking. Um, it's like the Last Home or something like that, the Last Homeland or something. And it's about this kid that's like was originally in Europe, then he grew up as a Viking, and then he came back to Europe, and then yeah, I can't remember the rest. Anyway, but yeah, a lot of shows are now incorporating Viking type tales,
Hmm.
and you must have noticed Thor,
Yeah.
you know, in Marvel, of course, you know that whole thing. So according to this test thing that you gave me, my three highest scores were 9, 1, and 7, which the only commonality we have is the 7 and the 9. Instead of 1, you guys think 4.
Yeah, but you can also read about them to
Yeah,
see what
that's
fits best.
yeah, that's what I'm doing now. See, that's interesting. Now, if I were to include the fact that there can only be one number in each block, then I
Yeah.
get the result of 974, which is what you guys told me.
Yeah.
But if I just go based off of what this says, it says 917. But 9 and 1 can't exist in the same, right? Well, actually, they say it's not clear. It's not clear from these tests. Blah 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 blah. Yeah, I was just coughing too much.
Okay.
So what do you guys even do,
Like right now or in general?
just in general?
I haven't done anything for 3 years.
I like that answer.
Well,
That's a good one.
oh, I had to stop working because of health problems. But before that, it was first 5 years call center stuff. Actually, it was more before that. Before that, I worked in a flower shop.
Oh, that sounds like it might be nice.
Yeah, I worked in two different ones. One I started working in at 16. That was really nice. And then I worked at a different one where the boss was a complete retard. He didn't do anything bad. He was incredibly stupid. Like he didn't understand shit. And
Oh man.
and I worked in fast food for a few months. I
I
worked
was
as
always
a
told growing up, never work in fast food.
why? There's nothing wrong with it.
I don't know. I guess it's like,
It's crap. It's crap work, of course.
yeah,
But
I guess they mean like they really demean you there, so they don't want you to get used to being demeaned.
oh yeah, I think it might be different over here. It's just a normal workplace.
Really, that's odd.
I don't know. I had a nice boss, I guess.
Dude,
And
over here it's like, over here, excuse me. Over here, like I'm very respectful towards, very nice towards fast food people, for the simple reason that, um, I understand that they have a hard time, and if they mess something up, it's really not a big deal to me. Like I'm not gonna freak out over it. Also, they're serving me my food. Why would I want to be a dick and risk them spitting in my food, or wiping their ass with or something creative. Um,
yeah, I think it also can be that that kind of job pays better here. It pays like
oh,
a
it probably does pay better there. Yeah.
yeah, and people in general don't work for tips. It's not even a thing,
Yeah. Well, yeah.
almost.
Fast food is not tipped here. Only like
Okay.
restaurants, like Olive Garden or places that you go to sit down, not fast food. You don't really go to fast food to sit down. It's like rare.
Yeah, we don't do that either.
Yeah.
Just pick up some stuff and leave.
Yeah. Shit, I remember being a kid, we used to go to fast food just to use their tables. We used to get kicked out for staying too long because we'd play like card games on their tables.
I had
Yeah.
one I had one weird job you wouldn't believe an INTP would be doing. You
Okay.
you know those kind of salespeople who stand like on stand they call it, like
Yeah.
in the middle of the street
My
or
brother's
whatever.
done that quite a bit.
Yeah,
Like sales. Like real sales.
like in your face.
Yeah, like in your face sales.
Yeah,
I can do phone sales, but I've never tried. I don't really like talking to people. I don't like bullshitting. I like getting to know people.
yeah. There wasn't any room for that. I worked strictly on commission.
Yeah, fuck that.
That was all that
Because
earned
you
money.
wanted to not forget it.
Like so, the only way to earn any money was to be aggressive as fuck.
Yeah. Well, I've done sales like over the phone, and even here, I'm more personable on my webcam than I would be in real life. In real life, I would sit here and listen to you for like the next 2 hours. before I really start talking about anything,
Are you
because I want
sure
to.
you're an ENTP? That doesn't
That's what it
sound like.
said. Okay, I'm open to being whatever the fuck I'm supposed to be. I don't know. Um, but if I'm just bullshitting with somebody on a bus stop, it seems pointless. Like, what's the point of us talking right now? Now,
Yeah,
if they're telling me their life story, that's awesome. I like hearing life stories.
yeah, but the kind you don't like, that's what you all sometimes refer to as sensor speak, like small talk. Oh, nice weather. Let's talk about that stranger on the bus stop,
Yeah,
right?
well, it seems pointless. Yeah, I'll do it. I'll engage in the activity.
Yeah, but in your head you're like, I'd rather just browse Facebook or whatever.
Well, or listen to my music, or just talk
Yeah,
about something more important. Like, I don't care if I'm not talking to this person. You know, I would much rather just talk about something more important than how fast the grass grows,
exactly.
or how you watched paint dry the other day. It's like, okay,
My mind-numbing conversation.
yeah, I'm my mind is active enough that I want to interact with people, not continue to be in my own thoughts while I'm speaking to you.
Yeah, then it's not really a much of a conversation.
Yeah, then I'm still daydreaming, and that's the point that I'm not trying to. I daydream 75, 80, 90% of the day. Shit, I'd say almost 100%. But if I have somebody to have a good conversation with, it kind of cuts that out.
Have you had any weird jobs?
Weird.
Yeah,
Um, well, let's see. Then I have to gauge what would be considered weird to you, because this is a stray cat that I just like picked up one day, and
yeah,
he's lived with me now. Would you consider that weird? That I just picked up a stray cat?
yeah. If you didn't check him for any idea, that's kind of weird.
No, he has a clipped ear, which means that he was a stray that was taken
Okay.
in and given shots and all that, and is neutered already, which is like a perfect cat because I don't want to pay $50 for that. I don't like cats, but this guy is kind of cool. So yeah, if you consider that weird, maybe
Nah, not really. When you knew it
okay,
was a cat who didn't have an owner.
okay. Um, a weird job. So, do you know? Have you ever known anybody that when you have you ever been to a hospital?
Yes.
Have you ever been checked into a hospital, like stay the night,
Yeah, I've been out in hospitals.
and you got that tray with the food on it?
Yeah,
I used to be a preparer for one of those. Like I used to do that.
just put food
I
on the
used to place
tray.
all the food on your tray. That's all it was, just placing food on the tray. And then when that was done, we had to clean all the dishes. So I know, and I used dishwashers. And if somebody on the staff wanted something to eat, they usually asked me. So I would make them something while I was doing something else. But no, I guess it's kind of weird because every room, like when you're doing that, at least at this place, you have like a list of like this guy is in renal failure, which means that his kidneys are not working correctly, and you need to give him certain types of foods, like fucking I think it was like liquid based foods, so like Jello, um, or something like that. I don't know, I can't remember. Um, so they all come with like these tags and like this room, so you get to know these people more than most people would, just based off of what their room is and like what the tags and the identifiers are about this room. So like I could go to this room and be like, this guy is probably like 88 years old because he's got so much shit wrong with him, and like he's done dialysis and all this shit. And like you walk in the room, and yeah, it'd probably be like an 88-year-old guy if you did that stuff.
Yeah, well, you have to do something to entertain yourself.
Oh hell yeah. Um,
Yeah, I had a lot of ice cream when I was in the hospital.
did you? I I don't really like ice cream.
Yeah,
I have to
but
say.
can you guess what was wrong with me? It was not the tonsils.
Tonsils.
It was something else.
Strep throat.
What's that?
Strep throat.
I guess maybe I have to
Like
Google
sore
it.
throat. Um, Strep throat is when you get these little white stripes on your tonsils,
Oh, yeah,
and they
that's it.
inflame, and
Yeah,
it gets hard to swallow.
it looked like two ping pong balls.
Yeah,
I hadn't eaten much for a month,
yeah.
and in the end, it was like organ failure, and I got admitted.
You get your tonsils taken out?
No, it was um, mono.
Oh, mono.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Yeah. So that was close. It was the disease. It just wasn't the right disease.
Yeah, that was the time I
Smooching
actually
too many
spent some time.
boys. Smooching too many boys.
No, I was actually in a long-term relationship when that happened.
Oh, so your boyfriend was smooching too many girls.
Maybe.
See, he came to the same conclusion. No, that's pretty solid grounds to pretty much expect that was the case. Or somebody in his family that he kisses regularly did that. Or someone in your family that you kiss regularly did that. Somebody cheated.
I don't
Somebody
kiss
was cheating.
I don't kiss family members, but yeah, I even have an idea who, because there was another girl who had it right after.
Ah, okay.
He was a fucking man whore.
Oh man, I would get so even. I would get so fucking even with that. What a dweeb. Oh, this guy's gonna white knight for you. This is a good one.
Yeah, can you go stab him for me? He deserves it.
Sorry, man. I'm not trying to cock block you or anything. I'm actually kind of trying to.
No, I have a boyfriend. We've been together for 11 years. But it wasn't him who did that.
What the fuck? Did you say 11 years?
Mm-hmm.
Like you dated him for 11 years?
Yeah, my current one. We've lived together for 11 years.
Holy shit. That would constitute a civil marriage, I guess you can say, in America.
Yeah, it is. However, it doesn't. I have almost the same rights as a married person, but not quite. Almost.
Okay.
But like, if we are to break up and stuff, it kind of works almost like a marriage.
Like you take half of the stuff, he takes half.
Yeah. But everything is set up that way anyway. Like ownership in the apartment is 50-50.
Oh, okay. Well, that works.
So it wouldn't make that much of a difference.
Yeah.
It's the only thing we have of value. We have a car, but it's
You
pretty
own
much
your
his.
apartment?
Yeah.
Wow.
Second
There's
one, actually.
Oh, I guess we call it so we would call them condos in America. You don't own apartments in America. You rent apartments. You own condos.
Okay. What's
That's
the
weird.
difference?
Your ex was a con, bro. There's no difference at all. Realistically, there's no difference. It's just whether or not you own it or you're renting it. If you're renting it, if it can be rented, it's an apartment. If it can only be bought, it's a condo. And there are no apartments that can either be bought or rented.
Okay. Then I know condo.
A townhouse is like an apartment in its proximity, but it's a house. I would actually prefer to live in a townhouse. I like the closeness to your neighbors.
Yeah. But here you can hear a difference between Norway and America. Me and my boyfriend were both working at the call center, and at 23 we could buy our own apartment.
Yeah. Well, shit. I think it has to be at like 21 to buy one
Yeah, but
here.
like
But
income-wise, I guess they don't earn shit over there.
no, we don't earn anything. No, we don't. I don't even have a job. I'm 26. I need a job.
Yeah. I need a job too soon, I hope.
And
I
all these
will.
jobs that yeah, all the jobs that they recommend are like, Obama, give me a job, please. All the jobs that they recommend are like jobs that you would go to school for like 6, 7 years for. And I'm sorry, I just don't really have that patience. Well, I do. I don't have the income to have that patience.
Yeah, I've had the
If I
same thought. That like if I
if I could go to school for free, I would do that in a second, in a heartbeat.
yeah, but
Sorry, go ahead.
I was just saying that I have looked at the same thing. Like if I actually want to do something meaningful, it would mean 6 years of school,
Yeah,
and I could get the money for that. But would I be able to pay the mortgage? I doubt it.
no.
It could be done, but then I would have to do
Oh, not
everything
here.
all around clock. I would have to go to school in the day and work at night. However, I can't really work. So, fuck that.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's the thing. I have physical limitations. I have metal rods, metal plates all over my body. Um, so it's hard for me to get a job in general. If I could professionally like be a professional student, that would be the best thing for me. I would love it.
But was it from an accident?
Yeah. Yeah, I had a car accident 5, 6 years
That's
ago. I broke both my legs and my arm and suffocated in the hospital from a it's pulmonary embolism. It's like a clot in your lungs.
oh, that sucks. My grandfather actually died from that.
Yeah, it was
He had an
my heart
operation
stopped for a
for
while.
yeah, he had an operation for something else, and he went to the toilet on his own and died.
Damn.
Random is random.
Yeah. You have a hole in your right lung. I don't and you're alive?
Well, you could live with just one lung.
Yeah, but it'd be hard. And if that were so, you wouldn't say that you have a hole in your right lung. You would say that you have only one working lung.
Yeah, but if there's a hole in it, it's punctured. That wouldn't work.
Wouldn't you get like bodily fluids inside of it? You don't get like plasma inside of your lungs?
What is it, like a birth defect?
Valley fever. What is that due to pressure? Air pressure?
Oh, there's like a hole inside the lung, like broken tissue or something.
Oh, you mean like on one of your receptors, your areolas or whatever? Like a hole in one of those?
Okay, so it doesn't take up as much oxygen as it otherwise would, I guess.
Right, your lungs don't process as much oxygen as they're supposed to.
Yeah, like imagine the inside is
Okay.
like a sponge and some of it is
Yeah.
missing.
So holding your breath underwater sucks. Did you have to use that tool where you had to like blow into this thing to get this other thing to like stay up forever? Hmm. What the fuck? Okay.
Well, there's nothing that can be done about it anyway. So
Well, I think that maybe you can work out your lungs. I had to work out my lungs. Like even after they got rid of the pulmonary embolism, I had to work my lungs out. Oh, well, yeah. Hmm. How long has it been since then? Oh, so it should be fine now. You can notice difference? That you can notice that much of a difference? Hmm. Wouldn't that be like 1/8 of your entire lung capacity? Maybe like 1/10? How big was the hole? You didn't get the MRI? They give you the pictures, man. Well, shit. Anyway, so you have holes in your lung. You have an hole in your lung. I have rods in my body and plates in my arm, and I have 10 scars because of it. What about you? What did I get? Oh, somebody's typing. Suze is typing.
yeah,
You have lupus?
it's never lupus.
It's never lupus. You're a house fan.
Yeah, I've seen
You're
all
a
of it.
house fan. Hell yeah. You get so much high five.
A high five for the never lupus.
Yeah.
Except for one time it actually was lupus, like at the end
There
of this
it
run.
was one time. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it was the
Um,
final season or something.
they did it to be funny because it was never lupus. Um, I think it was the second to last season though. Maybe it was the last one. Fuck. Now I gotta watch it again. Um, See, the thing is, I can't really watch House much anymore because I like painkillers a lot, and it just gets me to want to take painkillers. Yeah. Anyway, um, so what autoimmune disease do you have?
Hypothyroidism.
Doesn't that just make you fat?
No, oh no, it does so much more than that. But it's easy for fat people to say, "Oh, I have a thyroid disorder," and that's so bullshit.
Oh man, I love getting into arguments with people that say that. No, it's not your thyroid. It's really
No,
not.
but actually,
It's
when they
really
say things like that, it's actually pretty offensive because
yeah.
that's the least of the problems. So fuck those
Okay.
people.
So what's hold on, the opposite thyroid thing, I think. I just stay skinny. Yeah, fuck you. I wish I was like that. So what does your disease do?
You need to sleep a lot, and you don't necessarily know how much uptime you have.
How much
Some
uptime?
Yeah, as in you get really tired out of nowhere.
Huh. Okay.
Yeah, uptime, isn't that a good word for it?
Yeah. Yeah, it is. No, it's a good word. I'm just imagining life like that, if that makes sense.
Yeah, it doesn't function very well when you
No.
have a 8 to 4 job.
And it's a good reason why you would be up at 4:30 in the morning my time, but you're also in Norway, so what time is it there?
1:30.
PM?
Yeah,
Yeah. So that's like a normal time to be awake.
it is. But the worst thing is what they call brain fog.
Okay. What's that?
It's like thinking through mud.
Okay, like so I had a seizure the other day. I've never had a seizure in my life. Okay. Um I woke up, they were asking me questions. I thought it was 2016. I thought Obama was president. No, wait, no, I got Trump right. Trump is the president. I laughed at that. No, but they were asking me all these questions, and like I got most of them wrong. Um, my thinking was obviously off. It wasn't right, and I was aware that it was going wrong. Is that what you're talking about? Like that kind of like
No, that it's not the same thing at
that's
all.
like confusion.
Yeah, that's something completely different.
Okay.
But it can be more like I'm going
Or
downstairs to pick up something, right? Just this thing I'm going to go get. And while I'm down there, I remember, oh, I should also bring this thing. And I only bring that other thing, and I go back up and I sit down, and I realized this wasn't the thing I was supposed to get, and I go back down again, and
what the
uh,
fuck?
yeah, it's just short time memory like a goldfish.
Okay. Wow.
Like everyone can have like a moment where that happens, but it happened like a lot.
Well, yeah, I mean, I can imagine like going into a room and forgetting why I got into that room in the first place.
Yeah,
Um,
but another example is you try to read a book, right?
oh, and
And
having no idea what you just read after like
yes,
the first, yeah, I do that a lot, a
yeah.
lot.
But when it gets to the point that you can't even read the fucking book,
Oh man. Ah.
like you try for 3 times or something and just give up.
And what did they just give you hormone medication for that?
Yeah, it's the brain is not getting enough of a hormone. One of the
Which
things
hormone?
uh, they just call it T3,
Okay.
or like they just call it thyroid, whatever. Like this
Oh,
one I have now,
okay,
thyroid.
it's just a thyroid specific hormone.
Yeah,
Okay.
and one of the other things is it that it put oxygen into every cell of the body. So everything goes slow motion from bad circulation, not enough oxygen, and so on.
Temperature, metabolism, and heart rate.
Yep, it just slows everything down.
Okay. Well, that's interesting.
So it's like you're alive, but you're a zombie.
Zombie.
Hmm.
Sorry, you just reminded me of a song. Um, so, are there multiple classifications specific to your disease? Like, could you have thyroid disease that you need to take the T4 for, or T1 or T2?
T1 or T2, they don't even know what those are for.
Oh, okay. But you get my premise. What I'm trying to.
Yeah, in general, you just get T4 supplement.
Okay.
And in general, the body converts T4 to T3.
Okay.
But I don't do that. So I have to have T3 supplement also. And that wasn't good enough. So now I'm on freeze-dried actual pig thyroid.
You are consuming a pig's thyroid.
Yes. No, but it's proper medication. It just, that's the only,
Wow.
because they aren't able to produce T1 and T2 in synthetic form.
It's not barbaric. It's just interesting.
Well, to put it
Huh.
this way, either the synthetic and the natural form of T3 is really different, or T1 and T2 actually does something, and that's benefiting me. However, it is proven that the synthetic form of T3 does not break the blood-brain barrier the same way as the natural one does.
Okay. So then you're talking about then you're really getting to the point of bioavailability, like how much of the supplement actually goes into assisting your body.
Yep.
Oh, that's a good
Yeah.
question. Do you notice anything different now
Yes.
that you're taking the medication?
This one actually does something. Let's put it this way: I can't tell if I'm brain dead or not.
Wait, but you still go brain dead? You're just aware that you're brain dead?
No, I'm not brain dead anymore with this new
Oh.
medication.
Oh, okay.
The energy problems isn't sorted out, but at least I can think straight. That's a huge upgrade.
So you need energy.
And over time, I should recover.
Oh, okay. Shit, I know that the antidepressant they have me on gives me energy. I don't know why. Well, actually, I think I do know why. But have you guys ever taken antidepressants?
No.
Man, the whole world is on antidepressants.
I know, I'm like the only INTP on here who isn't.
I think a lot of people could benefit from antidepressants, but you kind of have to go through a lot to figure out which ones work, which I don't like the idea of.
Yeah, like I'm doing fine without, so I don't see any point.
Shit, I'm a fucking mess. I'm not even gonna lie. I am highly, highly depressed.
I've been that, but I'm not anymore.
What does me having to be, or what does me being highly depressed have to do with ENTP?
NTPs are fucked up
Oh, really?
in general.
Oh, I don't have anxiety. I don't really feel anxiety. Huh. Okay. That's okay. So that poses a completely different question to me. Do you guys know the I think it's called the GSM test, GSM
No?
48 or something like that,
Oh, what's that?
to test where your it tests Asperger's. It tests no, that's a different one. That's like DSM. GSM is the one that tests antisocial personality disorders, like narcissistic personality disorder,
Yeah.
antisocial personality disorder, dissociative personality disorder. Um, okay. Well, I wonder if certain Myers-Briggs types are more inclined to being antisocial, like sociopathy. Like, of course, you would never hear a real psychiatrist say sociopath, but that's basically the shit. Really, they're fucking retarded. If that's not a real term. Oh, he was specifically diagnosed sociopath, not antisocial personality disorder. Oh, okay, yeah,
Yeah, but it
yes,
also depends
sociopath.
on. It also
Sociopath is just easier to say.
Yeah, but
Sorry, go ahead.
it also depends on the therapist you're talking to, because on two occasions I've been really depressed, and on both occasions I talked to a therapist. The first one I talked to, he was prepared to give me a long list of labels and wanted me to see like a psychiatrist for medication, blah blah blah.
Okay.
I didn't do that though, because I disagreed with his assessment, so I just stopped going. And then at a later point, I got another one. It was an elderly lady, clearly intuitive. And what she said to me was, there's nothing wrong with you. You just have a way of being that doesn't necessarily help you much in the world.
Okay.
And that's pretty much spot on.
That is such a dodgy thing to say, though,
No, it's true.
dude. Because it's like, what is there that you can do about that? Fucking nothing.
No,
You
but I
can't do
can't.
shit for that.
No, but I can't change that I'm introvert intuitive.
Yeah, you can.
No.
Oh, you totally could.
How?
I don't know. Put your mind to it.
Oh yeah, I know. Drugs.
Well, okay. What I'm saying is, like, I was far more shy when I was a kid. But when I grew up and started getting friends and learning how to be more socially active, I was more socially active. Um, wouldn't that be counterintuitive? Wouldn't it be INTP if it was that the case? No? Maybe my maybe my basic understanding of this is flawed. I'm sure it is.
Oh, but it is true that how we look at things isn't necessarily beneficial to us. Like sensors doesn't like intuition.
Okay.
Like let's say you have a boss who's a sensor, judging sensor, and he has this intuitive right under him who figures everything out and he can't tell why. You see how that could be off-putting to someone like that?
I had a few teachers that hated that about me. Like my math teachers always hated that
Mm-hmm.
because I never explained my work.
Like we can see the big picture in a different way. It's about processing of information, which is different between intuitives and sensors. Like we can draw more out of less.
Right, intuit. The whole idea of intuit.
Yep.
Thinking. Okay. Intuition, I guess you could
Yeah,
say.
and then you have those who don't have it, who don't understand it.
Well, right,
And
because it would make no sense to them why we came to this conclusion and they didn't.
yeah, and that makes us a pain in the ass sometimes
Right.
for the
Okay.
for those who doesn't understand.
So what kind of personality type best fits the role of a teacher then, like a mentor? INFJ?
A lot of ESFJs are teachers. I saw somewhere that about 80% of teachers for young children are ESFJs.
Oh, I'm talking about like high school
Yeah.
teachers, because fuck the rest. They're just teaching kids.
I think I had an ENTP maths teacher at one
I
point.
would have loved to have an ENTP teacher. Actually, I can pretty much guess that my favorite teacher was ENTP, just based off of. Dude, oh man, you should have met this teacher I had. My favorite teacher ever, Mr. Rice. He was a high school teacher. Um, Everything he did was totally nonsensical, and well, not nonsensical. It was against what the curriculum, wanted it to be like. Um, but he got his message to his students far more than any other teacher did. Like all of his students paid attention way more than any other class I've ever been in. Um, and the thing is, like, even after I took his class, the next year I was student aide to him because I wouldn't do it for anybody else. Um, and yeah, all of his classes, dude, he was a fucking phenomenal teacher. But it was just because everything he did was novel. Like it was different to the rest of the teachers. So of course you're more likely to pay attention. Yeah. Well, I do the same thing, and I also teach the people around me to do the same thing if they want to know. Um, so then all the people around me start doing things faster than the people around them. Egalitarianism. Okay, and let me look this one up.
What? You don't even know what it means?
No, I had a general idea of it just based off of the structure of the word. But yeah, okay. The doctrine that all people are equal and deserve equal rights and opportunities. Okay. Communism works well on paper. It does not work well in practice.
What is Christian communism?
He's labeling it with a religion.
Is it like the Amish?
Well, you can argue that American Indians had a very communistic view. There's nothing about Christianity in them. Yeah, you're right. I was just thinking the same thing. So forget that I said that relationship between Indians and Christians.
Or maybe it's just a meaningless crime.
Murder is also not banned